Hey Canucks fans, let's talk about the Abbotsford Canucks and UFAs Alex Edler, Travis Hamonic, and Brandon Sutter. I'm Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Thursday, July the 15th. Subscribe now for Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Did you miss me yesterday? It's okay if you didn't. I was busy filming a work project. You may have seen my little boomerang of me busting some cool moves. No, they weren't very cool moves. But yes, I was a little bit busy yesterday, but I was still keeping abreast of all the news. So let's talk about the Abbotsford Canucks. No surprise, the Canucks naming their new AHL farm team in Abbotsford after their main team name, the Abbotsford Canucks, Vancouver Canucks. And to me, this makes a lot of sense. I know a lot of people were looking at this as a miss or a loss or a missed opportunity to try something new, to get some excitement in the Abbotsford fan base, the Canucks fan base, to get some excitement overall, to think outside the box, to be creative, to honor Abbotsford's air show or things like that. And I hear all that. I do have time for those arguments, but as I told City News yesterday, I was on their TV, on their news broadcast talking about this Canucks name for Abbotsford. I'm fine with it for a couple of reasons, and these are the two reasons that everyone's been talking about, but it's worth fleshing out for a couple of minutes. Number one, branding and marketing. This makes sense. If the Canucks as a whole are trying to build their brand, especially after a bad year, COVID, poor performance, bunch of things, all the goodwill that they got from the bubble, basically from the summer 2020, kind of went down a little bit, and I think the Canucks are, at least in the market, not looked at too positively. So build this name up again, build excitement, not just in Vancouver, but across the province, in Abbotsford. And when it comes to the color, the logo, you can now sell easily Abbotsford Canucks jerseys and merchandise in Rogers Arena. Sure, you could have done that with whatever you called your AHL team, but there's just simply more of a natural link when it comes to the name, obviously the branding, the marketing. You can really build an identity as the Abbotsford Canucks. And they're taking the green, the blue, and the white, the primary colors for the Canucks right now. They're using Johnny Canuck, the famous, iconic symbol for one of the symbols for the Vancouver Canucks in their history. So a lot of good things there. And the actual look, I like the green. I think it really pops to me. I like the stripes on the arms, the sleeves, and on the torso. I love how the stripes become an A on one of the sleeves. So I do like the jersey. I like the logo. And I think from a branding, marketing standpoint, and simple things I even thought about. I didn't think about this until I was podcasting, doing our vlog, our Canucks After Dark with Parker last night. Simple things like Canucks After Dark, Canuck Clay, we are all Canucks, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. Anytime it's the word Canucks, now there's more meaning to it. There's this whole franchise, including our Abbotsford farm team. So branding, marketing, I get it. The other part is from a organizational pride standpoint, and the players. You think of the player who's got drafted by the Canucks who hasn't made the main roster. So guys like Pettersson and Hughes and Besser are exceptions where they don't even play, say, on the AHL team. But other guys have come up through there, and you think, man, there's a certain pride in saying, I'm with the Canucks. I'm a Canucks player. Yes, it's the Abbotsford Canucks for now. But there's a certain, I think, pride in putting on that jersey and having that name, being affiliated, being a part of the Canucks organization, and it says it right on your team name. So I think that's maybe not as important as the branding and marketing standpoint, but I still think that's it is an important factor, and it's a way that a Will Lockwood or a Jet Wu or any of those guys who will be Aidan McDonough who are going to be wearing an Abbotsford Canucks jersey. There's pride there, and there's I don't know if they need any extra incentive. These guys are aspiring pros, but still, it makes you want to make the big club and then graduate from the Abbotsford Canucks, the baby Canucks, to the Vancouver Canucks. And I said before, there's 6 other teams, NHL teams, that have their AHL affiliate named as the same namesake as them. So all in all, I'm fine with it. Yes, perhaps a missed opportunity, but I see the benefits of the branding, the marketing, and the organizational pride and the synergies there. I see that as more than making up for the lost opportunity when it comes to a new name. So I give, well, usually it's the one thumbs up, but I'll give 2 thumbs up to the Abbotsford Canucks name, the logo, the color scheme, and the way they are going to go about things. So exciting news from the Vancouver Canucks organization. Going to quickly talk about the 3 big UFAs, and when I say that, it's Edler, Hamonic, and Brandon Sutter. Let's start with Brandon Sutter. Elliot Friedman reporting that the Canucks likely will not re-sign Brandon Sutter. Probably doesn't make sense money-wise. Sutter might want a good role, still a role that the Canucks might not be able to give to him. And I've talked many times before, not only here on Canucks After Dark and other places, where if you have Brandon Sutter and Jay Beagle, they're not identical players, but they're similar. And they're not identical players, but they're certainly redundant. They do the same things. They're both good leaders, good defensive players, good in face-offs, good penalty killers. But they don't bring a lot of offensive ability, and I think this is a team that wants to score more and be more dangerous offensively. So you only need one or the other of Sutter or Beagle. Beagle's under contract for 1 more year. So I think it would be redundant if you bring back Brandon Sutter. So it looks like he will not return to the Vancouver Canucks. The 2 defensemen, Alex Edler on the left, Travis Hamonic on the right. We've talked about them many times on this channel. Reports from Rick Dollywall that the Canucks have made contract offers to both of them. Surprising and not surprising. It's a little bit surprising considering we sounded like they were going to move away from one, if not both of them, that they're really trying to explore getting some new blood in here. But my guess is they've tried. They've gone around to all the teams to try and leverage their own expansion position. They're looking at the UFAs and how much money they're going to make, and maybe they think that it makes more sense to go after 2 guys that have been here. Edler, who's been here all his career, of course, and Travis Hamonic. Hamonic played well with Hughes as the season went on. Edler, we know what we're getting in him. Of course, the big question is how much money and how much term. Maybe the money's more important than the term. But I've always said if you bring back Edler and Hamonic, then really you have Hughes, you have Schmidt, if he stays, you have Myers. So really your only upgrade in the defense from last year's 6 was you're putting in Jack Rathbone over Jordy Ben. To me, that is an upgrade. I'm really excited for what Jack Rathbone is going to accomplish this season. I think he's going to be surprise a lot of people, not only in this market, but around the league. But yeah, really, how much though are you truly upgrading for this season alone? So some thoughts on Sutter. That's fine. Edler and Hamonic, I'm fine, but the money and the terms got to make sense, and who knows what those numbers are going to be. So Canucks fans, some news for you. I know there's a lot going on around the league, whether it's Shea Weber likely taking at least 1 year off, or there's been some trades. Now there's some buyouts happening, but I want to keep this Canucks focused. That's where I think where my bread and butter is. But I'm sure over the next week and 2 weeks, when we hear about expansion draft, then the NHL entry draft, and then the free agency, I'm sure we'll bring in some other topics as well, but I want to try and focus on the Canucks. So having said that, leave a comment down below. Talk about whatever I talked about. Tell me, first and foremost, what you think of this Abbotsford team name, logo, colors, branding. Leave a comment. Tell me, you like it? Do you hate it? Are you in the middle somewhere? Did they miss the boat? Talk to me about that, and talk to me about Sutter, Edler, and Hamonic. Do you want any of those 3 guys back? All 3? None of the 3? And tell me why or why not. Would love to hear from you. Let's keep the conversation going as we head into the last 2 weeks of July. Shout out to my Hall of Fame members: Jens95, Sim Alexander, Justin Credible, nucksfan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shea Family Channel, Jamie Sports Soccer Moore, Shannon Hollingworth, and Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You're listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew and get access to all the perks that come with it, simply press the join button underneath this or my videos, or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, become a member if you'd like to, and leave a comment if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.